Hey everybody, I want to talk about, and maybe this is a warning to parents who want their kids to be nice and polite and not really have a voice. Tell you what is going to happen. I was raised to be polite, kind, well-mannered, obedient, a good girl, etc. And I don't remember in my home being allowed to use my voice. I was yeah, I would sing and things like that, but you didn't challenge authority. And it wasn't until I went to school, I had a teacher named Mrs. McAdams. I was in forensic, which is kind of like acting. And so I learned how to use my voice in an acting sort of way. And I did okay. But on the outside, I was still obedient and kind. And I became a target of bullies and perverts. I was bullied in my family. Um, and then I was a target of perverts because when I was a little girl, I was cute. I was a cute little blonde girl with green eyes, and then growing into my teenage years, I was, I guess, attractive. I didn't know, but I was a target of neighborhood bullies when it came to perversion. I was exposed to pornography at a very young age. I'd have been 7, 8, 9 years old because when we were kids, we would just run the neighborhood. We just run out. We were outside all day, but hang out with the neighborhood kids, and some of them had, you'd have teenage boys, and I remember going into one of their homes and then them showing me pornography. I was shown porn through friends for their dads, and then when I was a babysitter, um, the dads I babysat for, and I always babysat for married couples, never single men, but the men that I would babysit for would make perverted comments towards me. Um, just really inappropriate. And this is in front of their sons, too. So it was trifles. And so I never would say no. You kind of always laugh and brush it off. And I was always told, oh, we tease you because you're easy. You're an easy target. And I was an easy target because I didn't have a voice. And so I just want to let parents know it's really important to give your kids a voice, to have them stand up and defend themselves. There's no reason to put your hands on someone. Nobody, I was assaulted, but growing up, no one really ever put their hands on me per se. I was never inappropriately touched by adult men as a child. I can't say that happened, but I'll tell you the truth. Because in our family, my dad wasn't emotional. He wasn't the kind of dad that gave you hugs and stuff. And so one of my aunts told me that when I was very little, because I was deprived of attention from my dad, maybe I'm going in a different direction. I would cling on to the men in the family just for a hug and things like that because I was so desperate. And so not having a voice and being so desperate for attention because I had been deprived made me an easy target in the military and workplace when I was harassed every single day, not just by men, but by men and women in the military, which led to a, a soldier, a fellow medic that I worked with, watching me take a shower. Then I was harassed by other older men, twice my age in the military, which then subsequently led to my rape in the military as well. So if we don't give our children a voice, they become targets for bullies and predators. This is my story. I'm not trying to trigger anyone. I'm just trying to help parents understand how important it is for you to give your children a voice and to stand up for themselves. And you can do it in a kind manner. You can tell someone, no, I please don't do that. I don't want to hear that. That's not my cup of tea. You can teach them how to defend themselves and to protect themselves in this world and not fall victim to being prey for men like the Jeffrey Epsteins and the subway chairs. That's the last thing you need. So give your children a voice and they will be much better off. I will be back.